Hi guys, I just got bored and thought I could share some information with people. Yeah. In this video, let's see how things work out after retirement for few people and why things doesn't work out for people after retirement. And let's quickly start with a term which is getting popular these days in the Indian domestic circuit and the foreign circuit, and like it's already familiar. People are very much familiar with this in the Western culture, but that is FIRE, which means financially independent, retire early. For example, suppose a person who is 30 years old and he is working in IT and he is getting paid like 2 lakhs per annum, and his EMIs and expenses are like 1 lakh 80,000, and he keeps on working, and he doesn't know when to stop and where to stop. And this video might help someone who is in that zone, because they don't know how much they are investing and what they are investing for. And like this video can give them a guidance, I'm thinking. So just wanted to give my 2 cents to the public. Yeah. So yeah, in this video I have documented this Excel with some formulas, where I will be sharing the Excel with you guys as well, so you can also plug and play with this. So let's see. For example, let's suppose that current age of the person is 22 years, and he plans to retire at the age of 60. And he plan to live till like example, let's think that the life expectancy of the person is like 80 years for now. And let's think that his current savings amount is like 20 lakhs, and monthly expenses is 30,000. And let's divide the expenses, the investments into let's the current savings amount, which is 20 lakhs. It's already let's suppose that the amount is already invested. Let's think that the person's age is not 22. Let's think that he is 30 years old. He is already in IT for few years, and he is investing into things. Let's think that he has 20 lakhs in his hand, and he is ready to invest into lump sum. Lump sum is something where the person has good amount of savings, and he is able to invest everything into the market at a time. That is lump sum. So let's think that let's have divided the investments into four different types, that is fixed deposit, large cap, mid cap, and small cap. And in the long run, these are the interest rates, these are the returns that we can expect from these funds. FDs typically yield somewhere like 6 to 7%. Large cap will typically yield from 10 to 12, or else 10 to 13. And mid cap like 15 to 18, I'm taking 15. And a small cap somewhere like 21% in the last 5 to 10 years. Let's be pessimistic and I took 18% here. This is before retirement. Like when he is working, he will be investing as follows, 40% into large cap, 30% into mid cap, and 30% into small cap. Why I'm saying before retirement? Because investing in small cap and mid cap is little bit tricky, because these are companies which are still not fully matured, and there is high potential of growth. But if something happens outside the like if any regional tensions or anything like that happens, there is high chances that these two, mid cap and small cap, can see so much volatility. So he is still working, and he is so during his working age, he can take this risky step and invest into large cap, mid cap, and small cap. But after retirement, what he can do, he can shift the investment portfolio into something like this. He can do fixed deposits for 50% of his funds after retirement, and 50% goes into large cap, which is considered safe when compared to mid cap and small cap. And also I have took a few other things into mind, that is inflation. Current inflation is somewhere like 5% to 6%, so I took the 6%, which is a high band, just to be on safer side. And consider that the person's currently expenses are like 1 lakh for per month, and for all the things. And consider that he is currently investing 30,000, and he would be increasing the step up. Like a step up is like every year he would be increasing the investment by 5%. For example, for the first year, if he is investing 30,000, his total investment for the year would be 3,60,000. But with the step up 5%, next year he will be investing 3,78,000 instead of 3,60,000. So yeah, this is the table where you can do you can see like with the initial 20 lakhs investment, and the additional investment, like with the 30,000 monthly investment, and with with the cumulative growth of around 15%, his total savings by the end of the year would come up somewhere like 26 lakhs 54,000. So that would be the initial corpus for the next year. So next year again he is investing 5% more, which is 3,78,000 instead of 3,60,000. And with the compounding, and with both the initial investment and the additional investment, like additional SIP, so by the end of second year this would be his corpus, and he keeps on doing it until he is 60 years, like 59 years, and he plans to retire at the age of 60. So every year he increases his SIP by 5%, and at the age of 60 years he plans to retire. So he would not be investing any amount, and he would be relying on the corpus which he built. By the end of 60 years, his corpus would look somewhere like this: 27 crores 28 lakhs 93,022 rupees. And from this, and he would be taking 68 lakh 92,189 per year. Why how did we come up with this amount? So this is from this in 1 lakh current expenses. So with this 6% inflation year on year, and as the inflation increases, so it is 1 lakh per month, so that is 12 lakhs per month. And with the inflation at the age of 60 years, to maintain the same lifestyle, he would require somewhere like 68 lakhs 92,000 and 189 rupees every year to maintain the same lifestyle. In the meantime, in the middle, like consider that he got married at the age of 31 or something, and his kids graduation, like grad school, would be coming up when he is like 53 years old, and he might he might need some amount out of his corpus, like a big chunk of amount. Consider like I took like a 2 crores for that. So you can just move this around. Like if you are planning to if you think that your kids are going to school at the age of 46, you can move this to 46, and you can check how the table works. So consider that his kids go to grad school at the age of 53. So I'm removing 2 crores from the corpus, so it should be 122 minus 2 crores. 122 minus 2 crores. That will bring up his corpus to somewhere like 11 crores 49 lakhs instead of from 12 crores. And with this investment, his corpus should grow, but we are removing 2 crores, so there is a significant drop here from 12 crores to 11 crores. But again, his corpus goes on increasing. At the age of 63, consider that he is planning to get the child married, and he might be requiring another lump sum amount for all the arrangements and everything. Consider that it is like huge amount, and we are putting aside 4 crores from his corpus. So again, if you see here, from 33 crores his portfolio went down to 31 crores, because we are removing 4 crores from his corpus, and also 82 lakhs for his expenses. So his corpus went down by around um, a good amount of corpus went down, that is like 3 crores or something, after the compounding. So yeah, even after doing that, he is able to survive till the age of 80, and he is left out with good amount of corpus, and he can retire safely, and his money never goes, never nullifies, and he can just pass this amount to his children in the future, or he can do whatever he want. So he, with this plan, with minimal risk, he can work for 30 more years and then he can retire. But working for 30 more years is not something, a cup of tea for many of the individuals. So let's think that, let's now, this is where the tricky part comes into, and where the table does the magic. Now you can just plug and play here, and just think that he retires at the age of 52 instead of 60. Now let's see how the table works. So if you see, at the age of 52, if he plans to retire, and he will be working for 22 years, and then if he plans to retire at the age of 52, then if you see, his corpus is not getting nullified, and he will be left over with minimal corpus, that is 2 crore 43 lakhs at that age. And if he's planned to retire at the age of 50, let's think at the age of 50. So yeah, here I think it is creating a problem for him, for the individual, because he would not be able to survive after 70 years. So his amount would be totally evaporated at the age of 69, and he should be relying on other funds, or like he cannot survive. So this is not something which he can do. So he can retire at the age of 52, but working for 22-23 more years is not something advisable for many people. So what else he can do? He can work for like another 15 years, let's think like 45 years, but his corpus would be ending at the age of 57. This is not something we are planning. So what he can do, he can plan well in the prayer itself, like whether he can maybe increase the lump sum investment. He can save more till 30 years, and he can start with 30 lakhs instead of 20 lakhs. And let's see, if he starts with 30 lakhs, yeah, that also didn't help, because his corpus would be ending at the age of 61. That doesn't help. So either he can also do something like this: instead of 30,000 monthly investment, he can go with 50,000 monthly investment. And let's see if he can survive here. Like, yeah, with 50,000 as well, can't survive the rat race, and his money would be evaporated at the age of 67. So what else he can do? He can either increase the step up. Instead of 5%, if he goes with 10%, let's see how it works. Yeah, if he goes with 10%, he can stay afloat till 77 years, and then for the last 2 years he might be relying on his kids or something, and or else, yeah, that is also something which is not advisable. So what else he can do? Maybe he can work for another 2 more years, like 68 years, and then he can just invest the same 30,000, and let's see if that works. Yeah, that will bring him afloat for like 79 years. So maybe work for one more year, like 49 years, and then see. Yeah, if he's working, yeah, for 49 years, then he can retire at the age of 49, and he can still live peacefully till 80 years. That is something he can do. Or else, with the same amount, if he plans to retire a little bit early, maybe he can do like 45 years, and then he can increase the risk part here. So let's do something like 20% into large cap, and 40% into mid cap, and 40% into small cap. So doing so, let's see how the math works. So yeah, even if we are increasing the risk appetite, he can't survive after 65 years. So this is also not realistic. So he can maybe he can, yeah, still work for 48 years and then retire peacefully. Yeah, this is something he can do. Yeah, I not able to think of much scenarios, but yeah, yeah, please feel free to comment down, and let's see if I get any interesting comments. Maybe I can plan to do another video on that. But yeah, I will ping this Excel with this video so that it can be helpful for people. Yeah, thank you. Signing off.